Welcome to the FIFA 22 World Cup. We are exactly 100 days away from the start of the tournament in Qatar, but let's find out now who the new world champions will be as we begin the 2022 World Cup with Group A. And at last, the first game of the 2022 World Cup Finals is upon us. The 22nd edition of the World Cup, the first ever in the Middle East. It is Senegal versus the Netherlands. It's a hot day here at Al Thumar Stadium, over 30 degrees. One of the hottest World Cup Finals on record ever anticipated, and hopefully one of the hottest contested as well. Senegal, the AFCON champions, take on the Netherlands, who had not actually qualified for the 2018 World Cup, but they are back now and looking for their first World Cup trophy. And Memphis Depay kicks off the first of 64 games. The 2022 World Cup Finals are underway. Of course, this is Senegal's third ever appearance at these World Cup Finals. Slipping into Mane, slipping it into Sarr, who slips in behind Van Dijk and gives Senegal a 1-0 lead at the Qatar World Cup. It is Ismaila Sarr that scores the first goal of the 2022 World Cup, slipping in behind Van Dijk, not for the first time, and Senegal take the lead 1-0. Not the first time we've seen Sarr get the better of Van Dijk, and now Mane's turn, and it's Mane who's just put his shot wide. The leading goal scorer for Senegal, you would have put your house on it. He's missed the mark actually by quite a significant margin. Senegal starting the game like a house on fire. Netherlands needing a response. Memphis Depay has a mix-up with the defender. He's in here. Tackle from behind. Depay can't get a grip on it. He's heeled it into the path of Berghuis, who smashes it into the net. The Dutch respond. 1-1. Level again. Berghuis with an unintentional assist from Memphis Depay, but a strong finish. And Netherlands do get their goal back, slightly against the run of play, but Steven Berghuis has got Netherlands underway. And the tide quickly shifting in the Dutch's favour here. De Jong with a strike. It's blocked by Koulibaly and cleared away. Time will run out. And what an exciting first 45 minutes of these World Cup finals. It is Senegal and the Netherlands that cannot be split for the time being. They are currently level, 1-1 apiece. Mane going to work it out wide for Keita Balde. Building down this left side. There's a lot of space in their box, and it's Ismaila Sarr once again for Senegal. A brace in the first game of the 2022 World Cup. Ismaila Sarr, the boys a star, on his way to a World Cup hat-trick in the first game of the World Cup. Sensational side-footed volley. Senegal retake the lead again. Netherlands building here. Klaassen on it. Wijnaldum. Memphis Depay, will he assist Berghuis again? A second time! They're trading blows, these two! The Dutch have once again gone and gotten it level once more. 2-2 now this time. Two men on braces. Sensational play. And another equaliser. What is very quickly becoming one of the best opening games we've had in World Cup history. The Senegalese attack breaks down, and now here come the Dutch again. De Roon looking to slip in one more attack. Gus Till. Marlon, left-hand side, it's Dennis Dumfries! Dumfries with the goal! Netherlands with the lead! What a game to kick things off in Qatar! The fullback getting all the way up and scoring a big goal for his country. Left-footed finish, once again past the keeper, and the Dutch, with not long left to go, have taken the lead for the first time. Not looking to play it safe here, the Dutch from the corner. Numbers in the box, cleared away though. De Ligt in, Gakpo in for Klaassen, that will seal it! Davy Klaassen with the goal, that will surely seal the 3 points for the Netherlands. Holland will take the win in the first game of the World Cup. Davy Klaassen with the sealing goal now. Only a few minutes away, Senegal led twice, but Davy and the Dutch were not to be denied. And that's it! The Netherlands have taken the first game of these 2022 World Cup finals. An amazing game, an instant classic. Senegal took the lead twice through Ismaila Sarr, but the Dutch responded through Berghuis, took the lead through Dumfries, and sealed it through Klaassen. What an incredible game to kick off the campaign. It is Netherlands 4, Senegal 2. It's the second match of Group A. It is Qatar versus Ecuador. The host nation will play their first ever FIFA World Cup match in front of their home crowd. And only once before have these two sides met, a friendly back in 2018 where Qatar actually prevailed 4-3. History on the side of the Asian champions. We are underway and witnessing history. Qatar become the 80th nation to compete at the FIFA World Cup. Looking the host nation for an opportunity with Montari with a strike on Ortiz and a sensational save from the Ecuadorian goalkeeper. That would have been some way to score your nation's first ever World Cup goal, wouldn't it? But Mohamed Montari is denied. The ball and control of this game still very much with Qatar. Here's Montari! Alhamdulillah! Montari for the Qataris! Goal for Qatar! Goal for the Middle East! And on their day of days, it is Mohamed Montari that writes his name into history. What a way to score your nation's first ever World Cup goal. It is a historic day, but the day's not over. Ecuador also win now. Massive chance here for Plata, who will play it into Ener Valencia, who twists and turns and puts another twist into this game. Qatar take the lead. Ecuador snatch an equaliser back. And wow, what a contest in the first ever match that features Qatar at the FIFA World Cup. They have gone and taken the lead. They have lost it in no time. And Ecuador really now growing into the match. After finding that equaliser, the ball slipped into the boxes, collected by Belgium and thrown away. Quite literally, Ener Valencia is on it here. And a dig tackle, but on the edge of the box, not clean. And a free kick here for Ecuador right before the end of the first half in an incredibly favourable position for sure. It is Ener Valencia with eyes for goal. In comes the strike. It is hitting the crossbar, bouncing off the post, and away. It is the end of the first half. What a first half. A historic 45 minutes for Qatar. They score their first World Cup Finals goal. Valencia scores for Ecuador, and currently it is Qatar 1, Ecuador 1. Kicked clear by Belgium. Tabata with a lovely chest over his defender and has a strike from his own box. Well, that definitely would have been quite something. The host nation still looking for a second goal here, possibly. Take heed to Tabata once more, to Mohamed. Mohamed with a strike, overpowering Ortiz, and Qatar get a second World Cup goal in their first game, and maybe 3 points are heading to the host nation after all. It was Mohamed Montari that scored their first, and Mohamed scores their second. What a moment coming here. That's it! Qatar have won their first ever World Cup Finals match. What an incredible story. Ecuador go down 2-1 to the host nation. A giant 3 points and a giant result in FIFA World Cup history. It finishes Qatar 2, Ecuador 1. Time now for the first group game of Group B. It is England versus Iran, the first ever meeting between these two at men's senior level. Iran have made 5 World Cups in the past, looking to qualify out the group for the first time. And as for England, they have their eyes set on the main prize, a second World Cup title after coming so close to ending all those years of hurt 4 years ago. Harry Kane begins the proceedings. We're off and underway with Group B at the 2022 World Cup. England starting strong as expected. Looking to break through here, Sterling. What a move on his defender and slipping in at the near post. Raheem Sterling has got England's campaign underway. A terrific finish and a terrific piece of skill, bamboozling his defender, slipping it by the goalkeeper. And England have got their first World Cup goal of the Qatari campaign. Strong start and an expected start for England, but Iran are coming. Ali Riza, Yahan Baksh with the ball here, trying to work his way through the English defence. He might have done it, and he's just hit the side netting. A terrific effort, but not quite the side of the post he needed it to go. Would have been an incredible equaliser. Terrific ball in for Sterling. Can't find anyone just yet. He's brought down by his defender in the box. No penalty, says the ref. Play on, and the ball is played out of play. Mason Mount now feeding Kane. Kane wrestling with his defender, able to slip in here. Phil Foden, and Foden scores the second. England now with command on this game. From the outset, they look the strongest, and they now have a score which reflects their dominance. Iran have come close on occasion, but Phil Foden slipped in by Harry Kane, the captain, and very neatly tucked away in the bottom left-hand corner. It is turning into the result we typically expect from this glorious English side. Threatening to get even worse here for Iran as Phillips now on the ball, trying to create something. Playing it back for Mount, for Kane, and Kane finds the top right-hand corner with a minute to go until the end of the first half. Kane has put it to wraps and got his first World Cup goal as well in the process. Fantastic finish. Phillips to Mount, who smashes it in there, Harry Kane. Terrific finish, and that would be not just the third goal, but surely the 3 points now for England and for the Three Lions. And so the first 45 comes to an end, and you would have to say it is a gigantic task for Iran from here. England, with a dominant performance, they lead 3-0 at half-time. Will there be any Iranian reply in the second half? Ali Reza slipping in. Godos with a shot on Pickford. Nearly. Iran much better. England a little off the pace in this second half, and it's Godos again. Pickford, a great save. The man that plays in England nearly scoring against them, but denied by the English number one. Fantastic. One maybe final chance for Iran to get something. A good tackle from Harry Maguire. Cleared away by Phillips, and that's it. It will be 3-0 for England. Iran with a much improved second half performance, but the job was done in the first half, and England will begin their campaign with a win, with 3 points. It finishes England 3, Iran 0. Al Rayyan Stadium plays host to the second game of Group B between the United States and Wales. Neither of these nations having made the last World Cup. Wales qualifying this time via beating Ukraine in their playoff, and the United States qualifying comfortably compared to 4 years ago. Gareth Bale, the Welshman, who plays his trade now in the United States, the centre of attention for this one. And with England having won in the first game of the group, this match is gigantic for both sides. First corner of the match comes to Wales deep into the first half. The header attempt cleared away by Adams, back into the danger area by Moore, and cleared away by Musa. Wales continuing the attack, left-hand side, Dan James opts not to shoot, playing it back, a floated ball up for Ramsey. The header was accurate, and it placed in a dangerous position for Zach Steffen to have to stretch and dive to get it. Very nice stop there. And that will do it for the first half, the first goalless first half of these 2022 World Cup finals. And we are still yet to see a breakthrough from either Wales or the United States. 0-0 currently at halftime. First corner of the game here for the United States, and a header from Winston McKennie was dangerous and just over the crossbar. But the first real bit of danger in this game from the United States. Second half, complete change to the first. It's the United States all over Wales right now. A great ball in from Des, and how has Ricardo Pepi been denied? Danny Ward, a magnificent save with the outstretched right foot. Ricardo Pepi with a glorious chance denied. Wales finally with a bit of the ball here, looking to get forward. In comes Ramsey. Ramsey with the strike, finding the bottom right-hand corner, and Aaron Ramsey delivers the late goal to give Wales the lead in this one. What a strike, worked up the middle, and a gap had shown itself. Aaron Ramsey needed no more invitation, and Wales, against the run of play in this half, have taken the lead against the USA. Time ticking down for the United States. A goal here crucial. Roldan's got it. Trying to roll it through. Gets blocked by Mepamits. McKennie at the back stick. The United States do find an equaliser. Winston McKennie with so much space at the back stick. A campaign-saving goal from Winston McKennie. A flying kick into an empty net. Nothing Danny Ward can do about it. And the importance of that goal cannot be understated. And that's it. 2 points dropped for Wales in their eyes, but a gigantic point gained for the United States. A goal that could quite possibly keep their hopes of progression out of the group alive. It's Wales 1, USA 1. It's the Lusail Stadium for Argentina versus Saudi Arabia, the first group game of Group C. These nations met almost exactly 10 years ago to the day in a friendly that ended 0-0. Hopefully the lack of goals from that game are made up today. Argentina on a 33-game unbeaten streak. If they can make it 40, they will be world champions once again. And Lautaro Martinez has got the game underway. We are off with Group C at the 2022 World Cup. Saudi's pushing the Argentines quite deep, much deeper than we would have expected. What a shot early in the game, and a huge chance for Saudi Arabia coming in the opening minutes. Argentina surviving a mini scare there. Rodrigo de Paul to Messi. Will he shape it onto his left foot? Good tackle by Al-Amri. But the ball's been left behind here. Messi to de Paul and to Martinez. Lautaro Martinez gets Argentina's first goal of the World Cup. Messi picks up the pieces after the Saudi Arabian defense left the ball going without it. Working it to de Paul, who works it to Martinez, who has all the time in the world from the penalty spot, even closer than the penalty spot. He was never going to miss, and it's 1-0 Argentina. How differently this game could have been for Saudi Arabia. Bad mistake up one end, and the moment before they nearly scored. It's Rodrigo de Paul still going down this right-hand side into Leo Messi, looking to shape something. Maybe he can create something for Lo Celso outside of the boot finish, and Lo Celso will get the second. It is now 2-0 for Argentina, and as I was stating before, this game could have been so different for Saudi Arabia. Messi assist, Lo Celso with the finish. It is 2-0 for Argentina, and they are going clear. Still so early in the game, but Argentina looking so deadly. De Paul is at the center of all of this, and Martinez has gotten another one. A brace for Lautaro Martinez. He's on a hat-trick within less than 30 minutes, and Argentina look to have wrapped up all 3 points already. They lead 3-0 at the moment. Lovely backheel assist from Rodrigo de Paul. Another finish, brilliantly slotted into the side netting, and Argentina are well and truly running away with this one now. And it could get worse here for Saudi Arabia. Messi wriggling through the defense as he's always done. Working it back for Lo Celso, who drives it hard and low into the bottom corner. Now he's on a brace as well. Go and get yourself a goal today if you're in Argentinian shirts. Unbelievable finish and an unbelievable assist once again from Leo Messi, his second of the game. And there is no sweeter sound for Saudi Arabian ears than the referee's whistle at the moment. Argentina have been absolutely dominant. Saudi Arabia had a chance early, but since then, it's been all Argentina. How big a day is this possibly going to be for Argentina as Rodrigo de Paul goes and has a strike. He's been brilliant today. Can't quite find a way to get himself on the score sheet. The curling effort just wide of the post. And the Middle Eastern nation come away with something from this one. An attempt on goal, save from Emi Martinez. The first touch of the game for him today. And that's it. A second half about as dry as the desert that we are playing in here in Qatar has come to an end. But a 4-0 victory today. Rodrigo de Paul and Leo Messi with a brace of assists. Lautaro Martinez and Lo Celso with a brace of goals. Have fun picking the man of the match from this one. Argentina extend their undefeated streak to 34 games, and they have started off their 2022 campaign with a brilliant victory. It's Argentina 4, Saudi Arabia 0. It is yet another game in Group C. It is Mexico versus Poland. Mexico have not beaten Poland since 1978. They've had 5 meetings in that time. However, that last win of theirs was their last meeting at the 1978 FIFA World Cup. Argentina, coming off of the back of a huge 4-0 win against Saudi Arabia, means this match feels very much like it could help decide that other second spot that makes it through to the knockouts. Poland's talisman of talisman, Robert Lewandowski, has this game underway. Mexico versus Poland. Mexico charging on through on this counter-attack. Hector Herrera will go from downtown. Raul Jimenez was there, but a save from Wojciech Szczesny is very, very important indeed. Hector Herrera opting for glory, but a great stretch and save from Szczesny. Control of this game very much with Mexico. Very quick passing. It's Hirving Lozano with a strike and a finish. He scored such a famous goal at the last World Cup. It was so big it caused earthquakes against Germany, now against Poland. Hirving Lozano, 1-0 for Mexico. Szczesny is beaten, and Mexico looking to start off their campaign with a win and break this near 40-year hoodoo against Poland. Poland taking it up the other end. Lewandowski. Cutback is cut out by Alvarez. Very nice play though. Still Zielinski down the right-hand side. It's Matty Cash floating it up. Lewandowski! Now he's got a World Cup goal. Robert Lewandowski, the number 9 for Poland, assisted by the Englishman Turnbull. Lovely floated ball up and a volley of typical Robert Lewandowski style and fashion. He's got himself a World Cup goal at last. Robert Lewandowski levels the game. Poland now with a grip of the ball, and Mexico, who had dominated the first 45 so much, have watched their lead dissipate through a Robert Lewandowski volley. At last he's got himself that World Cup goal. He didn't get one in 2018. He's got one now. Will he add more to the total in the second? We shall see. For now it is half-time. Poland charging this one up the middle. Pass to Lewandowski is picked off, but he's picked it off the pickpocket's pocket, and the Poles put it in! And it's 2-1 for Poland. A second for Robert Lewandowski. The defender couldn't clear it in time. Lewandowski sneaks it off of him and scores his second. Poland look to do it to Mexico again. Another finish, beating Ochoa. And it is going to be 2-1 Poland. The momentum shift in this game has been quite staggering. Matty Cash, could he line up a shot? Not quite. Trying to create something, working it back for Lewandowski on the hat-trick, giving it off. What a turn, and what a finish! Poland 3-1 now. Adam Buksa with the finish. Amazing goal once again, bit of skill to get by the defender. Poland now have breathing space in this game, and once again Ochoa is beaten. Mexico surely beaten with not long left to go. And that's it. It will be victory for Poland. Mexico starting so strong, but the Polish response was too much. Lewandowski is a World Cup goal scorer at last, and it's Poland 3, Mexico 1. Group D begins at the Education City Stadium. It is Denmark versus Tunisia. Denmark came so close to a second Euro final last year. It's also their 6th ever appearance at the FIFA World Cup. It's also Tunisia's 6th ever appearance at the FIFA World Cup too. And Tunisia will definitely be looking to take points off of this Danish nation that plenty favour to take a top 2 spot away from them. It is Denmark versus Tunisia. Thusgaard has the ball rolling and we are underway. Opening 20 minutes, a little dry. It's Højbjerg. Delaney with a strike, and Zakaria with a save. Very good attempt. First real chance of the game. Delaney's shot looked to be going maybe just a little touch wide of the post, but Zakaria still having to deal with it. And Mexico may not be competing, but the wave is still very much in effect as Denmark have themselves a corner here. Opting to play it short to Daniel Vass. There's Delaney. Will he pull the trigger again? No. Christensen. Poulsen. Christensen again. Zakaria has to deal with it again. Strike straight down his throat. Still able to deal with it nonetheless. And a Danish attack again. Broken down with a good tackle. And the counter will just run out of time for Tunisia. They barely really got a chance to get the ball forward. It's been stuck up one end for the entire half. But nonetheless, no breakthrough as of yet in this one. Have to go back 20 years for the last meeting between these two. Names like Sorensen and Gravesen. Working the ball into the middle now is Damsgaard, and Poulsen with an attempt and another save from Zakaria. Christian Poulsen played in that last meeting 20 years ago. No relation to Yusuf, who has his shot denied this time. Still time for something to happen in this game for Denmark, but it could happen now. Finally, Yusuf Poulsen. He's beaten Zakaria at last. It took 70 plus minutes, but Denmark finally with a breakthrough. Finally, at last, He shifts away from a defender. Look at all the space he's found himself in. Such resolute defending from Tunisia, and it all comes undone in a split second. One man doesn't track, and all their work's undone. Tunisia now finally able to get the ball forward. They've got no choice. I see the flag up. That will be an offside on Zarafi. Tunisia are going to run out of time if they don't get another opportunity or two just to shade off. Poulsen looking to try to make it 2-0, but the game is over. That's it. It is 1-0 for Denmark. They pounded the Tunisian goal. Zakaria was fantastic. The defense for the most part from Tunisia was fantastic. But Denmark found their way through. They get the 3 points and they take the win. It is Denmark 1, Tunisia 0. Here at the Al Wakra Sports Complex for France versus Australia, these two nations met at the last World Cup group stage as well, with that one finishing 2-1 for France, and the world champions will try to overcome the curse of champions. 4 of the last 5 World Cup champions have failed to make it out of the group stage in the following World Cup. Australia also looking to make it out of the group stage. They've made their 5th straight World Cup, but haven't progressed since 2006. Jamie McLaren gets the game underway. France versus Australia for the second time in 4 years. Positive signs early on for France. Benzema slipping in Griezmann. Griezmann can't quite get a shot away. Mbappe spinning, but getting tackled by Harry Souttar. Benzema making plenty happen here, unleashing the sheer pace of Mbappe, who's stuck in the corner. Souttar wants him again, and he's got him again. Harry Souttar. Quick play and passing into Mbappe. He's given it back off to Benzema, who's given it back to Mbappe. Harry Souttar nowhere near him on this occasion. And Kylian Mbappe gets another World Cup goal. And he gets France going in this match. It's been relentless attack from France. And finally the chances come. What a pile driver into the bottom right-hand corner from Kylian Mbappe. Matty Ryan could only watch it as it grazed along, skimming along the turf. And Kylian Mbappe has made it 1-0. And that concludes the first half for France and for Australia. France dominant in the first half, maybe as expected. Only a 1-0 lead though. So their dominance has not resulted in a gigantic lead that has completely killed off this game as of yet. But it is France 1, Australia 0. France really trying to grab a second that their dominance has probably deserved. The ball floating in, but that is cleared away by Aziz Bayic, and Bayic again dealing with it a second time away once more. Aaron Moy to Jamie McLaren looking to create something here. Aiden Hrustic to Moy to McLaren trying to get around his defender and putting a shot on goal for the first time for the Aussies. Late in the game. Australia register a shot on target, but Lloris is equal to it. But they have got themselves a corner here. Hrustic to take one, to whip one in, to Aaron Moy! What a header, what a stretching save. Lloris has done it again. Moy normally the one on set piece duty. It was Hrustic that whipped it in for Moy, and the header flew, but not to find the back of the net. Brilliant stop again. Another corner for the Socceroos, delivered in deep, not finding a target. Lloris holds again. Deep into stoppage time. They'll throw it away. Surely the game is done. It is over. That's it. Australia and France met previously at the last World Cup group stage, and history repeats itself again with the French getting a win by a single goal, courtesy of Kylian Mbappe. It's a win that their dominance has probably deserved. Although Australia finished strongly, it is still going to finish. France 1, Australia 0. It's Germany versus Japan for their first competitive meeting. Germany, who have won this competition 4 times prior, looking to win their 5th and tie Brazil. After failing to make it out of the group stage at their last World Cup, they'll definitely want to start off with a win. As for Japan, they're playing in their 7th straight World Cup after a very impressive campaign in Russia. What can they offer this time in Qatar? Two nations with history looking to make a little more. Underway at the Khalifa International Stadium, first game of Group E. Japan looking down this left-hand side, a pass into the box. Takashi Inui gets by his defender, looking to shoot, looking to cross it up, floating it up into the box. Thilo Kehrer clears. Germany coming up the other end. Joshua Kimmich Timo Werner's pass is intercepted. Oh, it's a bit of a deflection. Werner shoots, blocked away again, gets it to Muller, looking for what would be his 11th World Cup goal. Is denied this time. It's set up for him for the volley, but a very good stop, and Germany are still yet to break through in this one. And so be it. The halftime whistle sounds, and currently still it is 0-0 between Germany and Japan. No breakthrough coming as of yet. Muller came close, but still the deadlock has not been broken. Will anyone light the touch paper in this game as we hit the hour mark? A ball through for Gnabry. Looks to be in an offside position. Indeed, he was in an offside position. The flag is raised. Still nothing coming as of yet. Germany much, much stronger in this half. Kimmich, another great ball. Gnabry getting it in for Werner. He will shoot from a tight angle. Kawashima saves again. And he is keeping Japan in it somewhat at the moment, albeit straight to him once more. Germany considerably better in this second half, but with only 10 minutes to go. If a winner's going to come, it has to come soon. Leroy Sané is away in plenty of space and with options. Timo Werner puts it in the top left corner. Kawashima can't reach it, and Germany have taken the lead. Japan finally have been broken. The defense has been resolute, but the Germans finally bust down the Japanese door. Sané in so much space is able to find Timo Werner in somehow even more space in the box, and it's a left-footed finish into the left corner. It is a terrific goal. It is Germany that finally take a 1-0 lead in this one. Japan, having not offered too much in the second half, have a giant counter-attack on here. It's a big chance. Kyogo! What a stop! The outstretched hands! Neuer has done it again. What a magnificent save. Amazing reflexes. And Germany still have their lead. Germany holding the ball nicely. And that's it. Time runs down. And the Germans will take their victory. They had to wait. And it came late. But it came through Timo Werner. 1-0 victory in the end. Japan was strong. They had a chance. Neuer saved them in the dying seconds. But it will finish Germany 1, Japan 0. It is Al Thumama Stadium that hosts Spain versus Costa Rica. Spain, since winning the World Cup in 2010, have been a bit of a mixed bag in this competition, having failed to win a single knockout stage game since. And as for Costa Rica, they made it in via the playoffs after beating New Zealand, and the last time these two nations met, it was a 5-0 win for Spain 5 years ago. Will it be more of the same, or do Costa Rica have a shock upset in them? And the ball is rolling underway with the second game of Group E. It is Costa Rica versus Spain. Costa Rica taking it down the right-hand side, cutting it back, working it into the box here. Aguilar's got a chance on here, and a strike, which is blocked by the trailing leg of Eric Garcia, I believe. Very nice stop. But Costa Rica working it into the Spanish box and getting a shot away, giving the goalkeeper a little bit of a scare there, but they have won themselves a corner. Will be Diaz to take. And floated in, cleared away once more by Eric Garcia. Still Costa Rica keeping it in their own third and keeping Spain pegged back here. Diaz working it back in for Aguilar. Opts not to shoot on this occasion. Joel Campbell. Randall Leal with an attempt. A curling effort into the top right-hand corner. From the MLS to the World Cup, Randall Leal gives Costa Rica the lead. From Nashville to Qatar, what a goal, Costa Rica. They're looking to make more history in this amazing competition. Unai Simon beaten with a curling effort into the top right-hand corner. Randall Leal, that is an amazing strike. The placement is perfection. Costa Rica, it is a lead they deserve. It's 1-0. On the basis of play, you cannot complain. Spain looking to respond. Oyarzabal, what a brilliant scissor kick that was from an advanced Rodri. But the flag is up and it wouldn't have counted anyway. A very nice stop from Keylor Navas, no doubt regardless. Spain desperate to try to find a response before half-time. Ball's whipped in Ferran Torres, opting not to shoot. Giving it back here to Pablo Sarabia. And that attempt whizzes past the post as well. Beating two defenders, getting by Keylor Navas, but just whiskers away from finding the side netting. Been all Spain since the Costa Rican goal, but now they come back up the other end. The goal scorer, Leao, giving it off here. What a strike from downtown. Unai Simon's able to stop that one. What an attempt from a long, long way out. That would have somehow topped their earlier goal somehow, but amazing reach and stop from Unai Simon. Spain still only down by the one. Costa Rica hunting Spain down here. They're desperate. They want that second. Joel Campbell, he gets it a bit mixed up, gives it out to Diaz. Big chance. Unai Simon stretching and saving again, bailing out Spain a second time. And nothing coming from that attack for Spain. It is going to be 1-0 at halftime for Costa Rica. A magnificent goal from Leao and a shock upset brewing. Now Spain down that right-hand side, trying to find the equaliser. Still Rodri. Cut back in here. Oyarzabal denied. What a stop, Keylor Navas. Almost as good as his attempt from the shot. The volley from Rodri earlier that was offside. Outstretched leg there. The outstretched left hand this time. The goalkeepers have been putting on a show today. Sergio Roberto, massive chance. Busquets, Rodri finally finds the equaliser. Spain have got themselves a goal at last. And the man known for being more of a defensive midfielder has been getting forward quite a bit in this game, finding himself his World Cup goal. Magnificent strike, almost overplayed there from Busquets, but was just able to find a way past a Keylor Navas, who has been nothing short of superb. But it is still going to be 1-1. And we still have a bit of time to go. Time looks like it's going to beat Spain and Costa Rica, and we will split the points. There have not been too many draws in the FIFA World Cup as of yet, but we have one now. It is 1-1 between Spain and Costa Rica in a thrilling match here at Al Thumama Stadium. It is a brutally hot day at Al Bayt Stadium. It's Morocco versus Croatia. Croatia, having made the previous World Cup final, will try to shock everyone once again. And as for Morocco, they'll just try to get out of the group for what will only be the second time in their history. The last time they qualified out the group was in 1986. And with Belgium and Canada making up the rest of Group F, anything can indeed happen. The air conditioning in this stadium's getting a workout. It's a blistering hot day, but we are underway. Croatia, of course, finishing second at the last World Cup. Morocco, 27th, but they're in here. El Nesri, he's going to get it back here. El Arabi scores the first goal of the game. Morocco take a shock 1-0 lead. Less than 15 minutes played, and Rabat has gone into raptures. Amazing cutback. Lovely feed through by El Arabi. He gets the ball back, finishes it off himself, and 1-0 for Morocco. Croatia not really offering much of a response. El Nesri and El Arabi linking up again. Now Ziyech is involved, trying to cut it across the face of goal. Not quite cleared away. They're on again here, Morocco. El Nesri floating a ball at the back stick. El Arabi's there in space, cutting back Ziyech. Oh, now it's El Nesri, and El Nesri spinning and shooting and scoring right before the end of the first half. It's been all Morocco. And wow, a 2-0 lead. Quite a shock against the World Cup finalists from only 4 years ago. Massive upset brewing early on at the FIFA World Cup here. And there is the halftime whistle. Croatia needing a huge response in the second half. 3 goals just to take the 3 points. They are down 2-0 at halftime. Second half, really not much better for Croatia. Lovely ball in here. El Nesri's got a chance. He could have cut that across the face of goal. Opted to go for goal himself. Livakovic equal to it. But I just wonder if that was the right option. It's a good stop. Booted ball up forward. That's a nice, lovely header for Schalko. To Kramaric who have a go. And a good save. Very rare save from the Moroccan goalkeeper today, which we would have not expected, but equal to it. Another goal for Morocco would kill it off late in the game here. Slipped in nicely. It's a shot. It's Livakovic. Great stop keeping them in it. And that's it. Morocco have taken a 2-0 victory against the World Cup finalists from 2018. And wow, a gigantic shock for the footballing world Croatia go down to Morocco and start their campaign with a loss. It is Morocco 2, Croatia 0. The lights are on in Al Rayyan Stadium for Belgium versus Canada. For Canada, it is their first World Cup since 1986. They failed to get a single point or even a goal at their last campaign, so will anyone score their first World Cup goal today? As for Belgium, their team is loaded with talent. This golden generation of theirs achieved a third place finish 4 years ago. Can they go better here in Qatar? It is a game 36 years in the making for Canada, but Belgium have got it kicked off and underway. As for Belgium, you wonder if it's not now, then will it ever happen? It's Hazard, it's Lukaku, it's a shot that nearly found that top right-hand corner, but a brilliant save has denied it. It's not a bad attempt from Lukaku, just making sure the goalkeeper's alert. Belgium really pushing for this first goal. Axel Witsel on it, sliding in Eden Hazard, who scores the opening goal. And that is a goal that means so much to him and to Belgium. It's 1-0. Eden Hazard, who's gone through so much turmoil with his football, buries the goal, buries his demons, and puts Belgium up. Belgium coming again down the right-hand side with Dries Mertens. Two defenders go to him. No one goes with Lukaku, who slides it in for Carrasco, who puts it in the back of the net. That's 2 goals in quick succession. Belgium have breathing space in next to no time. Big goal for them. Bad moment for Canada. They shoot themselves in the foot. Too much space in the box. Carrasco running in. And that is, well, unstoppable for the goalkeeper. 2-0 now. Hazard moving it along De Bruyne. Axel Witsel. Oh, sliding in another beautiful ball. Axel Witsel. Amazing ball again, and Lukaku buries it. That's a second assist for him. His passing's been magnificent. Lukaku, it's a tough finish. The goalkeeper right in his way, but buries it near post, and it's 3. And the dream return for Canada is turning into somewhat of a nightmare here. Belgium have been absolutely dominant, outclassing the Canadians, and it is currently 3-0 at half-time. Definitely not taking their foot off the pedal in the second half either. Lukaku, Hazard, all the players finding their form. Dries Mertens with a go. Dries Mertens with a go from way downtown. Unbelievable strike. 4 goals now for Belgium. It's turning into a riot. The Red Devils of Belgium playing exquisite football, and now you can put that into the locker as well. Absolutely ridiculous top bench finish. And there is nothing that this Canadian side can do to counter the brilliance of Belgium right now. I dare say we've got our goal of the tournament, at least the strongest contender. Although Jonathan David is coming through here, working through the defence, and Canada have their first ever World Cup goal. It is scored by Jonathan David. It comes in a bittersweet moment, but still a moment worth celebrating. Their first ever FIFA World Cup goal. Jonathan David will be remembered forever. This day as a whole may not be remembered for all the right reasons, but Canada is off and underway. They've got their first. The Belgians just dropping off a touch. Canada with their first goal. The 3 points pretty well sealed. They've won it back here. And Jonathan David's going to try to get a second. It hits both posts and collected by Courtois. How? Been a flurry of goals today, but that is it. It is Belgium that win. A dominant performance. 4-1 in the end. 3 points for the Red Devils, but Canada finally get their first ever World Cup goal. They do not get the points. They are still looking for their first ever World Cup points. Maybe in match day 2, but it finishes Belgium 4, Canada 1. It is Switzerland versus Cameroon for the first time in history. The first meeting between these two nations. Switzerland have a very good record of qualifying out of the group, having made it to the knockouts in 5 of their last 6 campaigns. And as for Cameroon, they look as good as they ever have, having made the semis of AFCON and looking to do well in Qatar. Cameroon have got the game underway. They take on Switzerland in the first game of Group G. Looking to see Cameroon if they can translate their third place finish at the Africa Cup of Nations into something at the World Cup. Gone around his defender, Toko Ekambi scores for Cameroon within the opening 15 minutes. A lovely goal, brilliantly worked around the defender, and a very nice finish. Switzerland are down, Cameroon are up 1-0. What a magnificent strike. The back heel, he's gone by his defender and blasted it in at the near post. Sensational finish, and Cameroon are off to a flyer. The swish pushing down the left-hand side. Breel Donald in bolo. That's way too overhit for Stefan. Maybe the wave put him off. Attacking down the right-hand side. Look at the space. No one coming to him. It's a miscommunication. Cut across to Anguissa, to Toko and Kabi again. It's a second. Cameroon have got two in the opening half hour of this game. Switzerland are absolutely dumbfounded. They can't believe it, but it's happened. 2-0. Toko Ekambi has a brace and is on a hat-trick. I'm sure this is a game that Switzerland had penciled down as a hopeful win. Breel Donald in bolo. Finesse just wide of the post. He can't find a man right now with a good weighted pass, and he can't find the net either. He's got to get it together. And so comes the end of a shocking first half where Cameroon have got themselves a not just one but 2-goal lead against Switzerland, courtesy of that man Toko Ekambi. The defense from Switzerland's been questionable, but it's 2-0. This has been much better from Switzerland in the second half, pushing the tempo. Stefan cutting in. Oh, just dinking it up. Seferovic, who's headed home from just outside the 6-yard box. And Switzerland do have a response. They need one more though still, but at least it is a goal back. They have about 15-20 minutes or so to grab one, but a nice dink up and header. Was not expecting that from Stefan, but it worked. And the header indeed beats Andre Onana. Switzerland still needing another goal. Cameroon still in front for now. And Cameroon pushing the ball down the left-hand side with no time to go. Running out the clock. The cross coming in. They could seal it with a goal here. Abubakar just overruns it. Can't quite control it. Time is out. They will not get a chance. It is over. That's it. Cameroon have indeed taken all 3 points against Switzerland. A gigantic result for the African nation. What a day for Toko Ekambi. It finishes Cameroon 2, Switzerland 1. It is the final game of match day 1, and it's Brazil versus Serbia. The 5-time winners of this competition take on Serbia for the second time at these World Cup games. Last year, Brazil managed a 2-0 win against Serbia in the group, and Brazil, who have not lost a game of football since their defeat to Argentina in the 2021 Copa America final. Serbia, who have qualified in dramatic fashion against Portugal, looking to make the knockout stages for the first time. Lusail Stadium hosts the last game of match day 1 and the first game of Brazil's World Cup. Starting off strong, Artur, who's really found his form as of late. Rafinha. Roberto Firmino, very advanced, and scoring the opening goal of Brazil's 2022 World Cup campaign. Well, the odds would have been pretty good for that one. Roberto Firmino finding Fabinho, the Liverpool teammates, and Fabinho finding the top right corner. That is 1-0 for Brazil in next to no time, with borderline their first attack. Lovely strike. Fabinho has got him off the mark. Serbia looking for a response. Tadic and Vlahovic play a 1-2. Now it's Jovic. Getting met by Eder Militao, but still keeping possession. Vlahovic trying a through ball, cleared away by Alexandro. Back out by Artur. Casemiro. Roberto Firmino having a hit and testing Dimitrovic, but a good stop. He's equal to it, trying to beat it in at that near post. Not quite on that occasion. Good save. But Brazil do have themselves a corner. And that looks to be the end of the first half. The referee blows his whistle. Brazil have a 1-0 lead. Fabinho worked himself all the way up the pitch, got himself the opening goal of this game, and we are 45 minutes away from possibly seeing another win for Brazil at these World Cup games. It is 1-0 currently to them. Fabinho, having already scored one before, we know he can let them fly. He's going to drive it in himself, still not opting for the pass, finally finding Firmino, and another save from Dimitrovic, but without him, Serbia could be in even more danger. Good stop with the leg. Time is running out for Serbia, and now they've got a counter-attack to deal with. Another goal here for Brazil could be deadly. Fabinho basically playing as a striker today. Roberto Firmino brought down by Nastasic. Serbia have lost possession here. Brazil run away with it, and that's it. Brazil 1-0 victory in their first game of Qatar 2022. They begin their World Cup campaign with 3 points. It's a pretty thorough performance, maybe not a dominant performance. Fabinho with the only goal, but it is indeed a victory, and it will finish Brazil 1, Serbia 0. It's the Education City Stadium hosting the first game of Group H between Uruguay and South Korea. These two countries have a bit of a habit of facing each other in the World Cup. They've met twice before, Uruguay winning both of them. And of course, they have won 2 World Cups as well, but their last was in 1950. South Korea playing their 10th straight World Cup. Even Uruguay has missed 3 in that time. And Korea get the game off and underway. It is South Korea versus Uruguay. First corner of the game goes to South Korea, short and headed away by Suarez. Uruguay going forward through Luis Suarez. Lovely back heel pass and the gap opens up. Lovely feed. Suarez, hitting the post. What a save. Still attacking up through the middle here. Cavani, really the spine of this attack. Suarez, Cavani gets it again and another save again. This is quite something. Uruguay really getting some shots off now, but still no breakthrough in this one. Just a terrific stop again. Wu having already made 2 brilliant saves. Will he need to make any more? Not this time. Araujo's header is powerful, but pretty far left of the post. He can just watch that one sail away, but another opportunity. And that will be the end of the first half. A lot of chances, some for South Korea, the majority for Uruguay. Suarez, Cavani, all getting shots off, but as of yet, there has been no goal, no bustling of the net. It is still currently 0-0. Nandez. Cavani, Uruguay coming forward again. It's another striker curling effort this time. Wu once more, equal to it, and keeping South Korea in this game and desperate to keep his clean sheet. Time ticking down, stoppage time. Nandez looking for Cavani. The back heel is woeful. And that is it. The first goalless draw of the 2022 Qatar World Cup. It comes between Uruguay and South Korea. They split the points. It finishes here 0-0. Stadium 974 hosts Portugal versus Ghana. These two teams previously met at the 2014 World Cup, with Portugal winning that one 2-1. An own goal from John Boy, and the other from, you guessed it, Cristiano Ronaldo. The 37-year-old begins what will surely be his final World Cup campaign, and Ghana, having failed to make it out the AFCON group stage, are huge underdogs. Boateng has got it off, the ball is rolling, and it's Portugal versus Ghana. Long ball sent up here by Portugal. Diogo Jota just going to bring it down and keep it in. Defender's gone a bit too far. Lays it off for Cristiano Ronaldo with his back turned to goal. A back heel from Jota. Oh, this might work out nicely. It's just going to be cleared away though. Painho is still able to get it back here. Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo now in the box. Heel to heel. Cutting it back for Fernandes. Hitting the post and just somehow unable to find that bottom left-hand corner, hitting the woodwork, so close to a Portuguese opener. Fernandez's finishing woes continue. He's going to get it back here again. Bounced off him. Jota, Fernandes, another big chance. This time saved, on target at least, but dealt with by the goalkeeper. 2 chances now for Fernandes. Portugal really looking for this first goal. They may get it through Pepe. Lovely header attempt. Rising up and heading wide of the mark. Portugal dominant, but unable to get that first goal. First half about to come to a close. Cristiano Ronaldo's on it. He is dealt with and tackled by Kudus. And Thomas Partey clears. There will be no time for a Ghanaian counter-attack. Not like they've really been up in their own third anyway. It is going to be still 0-0 at halftime. Ronaldo has been active, but it is still goalless. Coutinho's on it, has a gap, opts not to shoot. They play it around. Ronaldo! Even his attempt is saved, aiming for the bottom right corner. No Portuguese player can find the back of the net, not even him right now. The ball whipped in. It's away from Ronaldo. It's a scissor kick attempt. That was quite spectacular. The clock ticks down. Ronaldo tries to find an option in the box instead of shooting himself. Uncharacteristic. And that's it. That is it. Another goalless draw in Group H. Uruguay and South Korea couldn't find a breakthrough, and neither could these two nations. Unbelievable. We're still waiting for the first goal in Group H. It's Portugal 0, Ghana 0. And the first match day of the 2022 FIFA World Cup has come to an end. The tournament is well and truly underway. Quick look at the top goal scorers. Ismail Assar and Steven Berghuis with 2. Lewandowski with his first World Cup goals. And Lautaro Martinez and Lo Celso with braces for the same game in the same team. That will do it for this first episode. If you have not already, be sure to like and subscribe. Match Day 2 will be released soon. Until next time at the FIFA 22 World Cup, my name's Master Bucks. See you next time, and bye-bye.